People on the spectrum, some of them are verbal and some of them have different kinds of communication, and oftentimes the entire world goes so fast that the message that the kids get is, I'm not interested in what you have to say, I don't have time to hear what you have to say, and don't talk. Don't tell me something that I don't want to hear. Don't tell me no when I want to hear yes. You have to know the communication system of the individual that you're working with.
You have to know if that person is verbal,
if they're partly verbal, or if they don't speak. And if they don't speak, do they type to talk?
do they draw to talk, do they point to pictures to talk?
If you don't know
the person's communication system, then basically they're left without a voice.
they have no voice. They can't tell you what they want. They can't tell you what they need. They can't tell you when they're in danger or when they're upset or when they're in pain. So even the most verbal person
Can lose their verbal skills when they are stressed.
So you have to have communication systems available wherever you go. And I know that Holly, in your program,
Has developed
for you different things like pictures on key rings, some picture boards, Holly. Those kinds of things are very, very necessary. Sometimes, too, because of the reason that none of the information is coming in through the person's ears. And so you have to be able to point to something to let them know, look, we're choosing between snack and going over to play in the playground. So you need to make a choice here. Or we're going from here, we're going into the change room. We're going from the park to the change room.
and I can show you a picture and let you know that that's where we're going. Or you can tell me, no, there's no way on earth that I'm going inside right now.
That's the other thing, is that when you give a person a communication system,
You have to accept answers
which are maybe not the most convenient answers. Do you want to go inside? No, I don't. That's the answer.
and then you go from there.
But just like with any other child that you're working with, what do you generally do with a child if you're saying it's time for us to do this and they say, no, I'm not going to do it? Distract them, okay? Yeah. Offer them a reward.
Going to the thing that you want to do so that they first will do this.
Then you can do this. There's a lot of different things that you can negotiate, but the last thing you want to do is be dragging a person through a schedule of things, because that's what the group is going to do, and ignoring the communication that they're giving to you. The other thing that you need to know is whenever you're using a communication system that is not verbal, it's slower. So even when a person can type at a very high level,
To talk and to tell you very complicated thoughts,
it takes a long time. And so you must accommodate that. You must make time to let the person say what they really want to say. And if that inconveniences your larger schedule, then that's the way it is. Because if you don't listen when a person is talking, then they know that their language is not powerful. Their communication is not powerful, and so then they have to go the next step to ramp it up to behavior.
any child in your program without autism, any typical child,
Will protest, will throw a tantrum if you're not listening to them and you're just trying to drag them through the activities of the day.
so oftentimes when kids are verbal and highly verbal,
Then you let them do a lot of stuff.
that's outside of a regular routine because they told you why. Because they said, look, well, I want to do this and I want to do that, and don't you know my cousin's coming today and I'm supposed to be leaving early, and my mom said I'm supposed to be leaving early, but she forgot to give the note. Person with autism who's nonverbal knows they're supposed to be leaving early because grandma's coming,
And mom didn't remember the note, and so they're stopping because they know it's the time that they're supposed to go meet grandma, and you're trying to drag them to the next thing because you don't know.
You have to be able to listen,
To know the communication system and to listen to what they have to say.